Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. If you're new here, if you could smash the subscribe button, that'd be really appreciated. And also, if you could hit the like, it goes a long way for channel growth. Now some positive news coming out of the featherweight division. According to promoter Eddie Hearn, Josh Warrington and Can Xu have agreed terms for a unification fight. Now obviously with what's going on right now, there's no date set, but apparently both parties have reached terms and have agreed to a fight. Josh Warrington, of course, the IBF featherweight champion, and Can Xu, the WBA featherweight champion. Both guys now have successfully defended their titles. Josh Warrington has made 3 successful defences and Can Xu has made 2 defences. So now they're getting to that stage where they really need to unify, and it looks like this fight is going to go down. I've got to say, I do like the prospect of this fight. If you've seen both guys are high octane, both guys are high volume punchers, and both guys like to force the issue, and they tend to be fairly aggressive. And I think if you put these two guys in the ring together, I'm sure it's going to result in a really good fight. I think this one is going to be a grueling, long fight, and it will basically turn into a war of attrition. I don't see this fight ending by knockout should it happen. Neither guy are particularly big punchers. Can Xu, I believe, only has 3 knockouts. Yeah, I've just checked now. Yeah, he only has 3 knockouts. And Josh Warrington, of course, only has 7 knockouts. So neither one of these guys are particularly big punchers. So I can see this fight being long, drawn out, and I fully expect this one to be a war, to be honest with you. And this one is fairly evenly matched, and ultimately that's what we want to see. And on top of that, of course, this is a unification fight, and I think that's something the featherweight division has been calling for quite some time. The division these days does look a little different to it did 12, 18 months ago. You know, we missed out on some really good unification fights. You know, the likes of Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell and Oscar Valdez versus Josh Warrington. We missed out on those fights, and some of these guys have now moved up. So the division right now is in need of a fight like this, and I believe Can Xu versus Josh Warrington is an excellent fight. It's an evenly contested fight. I would make Josh Warrington a favourite. Ultimately, he's fought better competition. If you look at his resume, I mean, he's fought guys like Kyle Frampton, of course, Kid Galahad, which was very close, Lee Selby, Kiko Martinez, even the likes of Hisashi Amagasa. You know, these are pretty good wins in the featherweight division, whereas Can Xu doesn't really have that level of win on his resume. You know, I would say his best wins are over Shun Kubo and Jesus Rojas. They are his best wins, and for my money, they are not the level of competition that Josh Warrington's been fighting. Nevertheless, that doesn't mean he can't make this jump. From what I've seen of Can Xu, he is fairly impressive. Like I said, a very impressive gas tank, really good will to win. He's aggressive, high volume, and he'll come to trade. He'll come to have a tear up. And yeah, this fight has all of the makings to be a classic. Hopefully this fight gets made official. Again, right now we don't have a date, we don't have a venue because of what's going on. But, you know, providing all of this passes by fairly soon, hopefully we get a date, hopefully we get a venue, and I would certainly mark this one in the calendar once we do get a date, because I think this one is going to result in fireworks and maybe even potentially a fight of the year contender. You know, hopefully maybe the winner can go on to fight Gary Russell Jr. in another unification fight. That's what I would love to see. But yeah, I do like this fight, and hopefully it breathes some life in the featherweight division. Share your thoughts below. What do you make of this fight? Are you making Josh Warrington a favourite initially, or are you actually going with the upset with Can Xu? Share your thoughts below. I will be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Peace.